Okay, this episode is about staying warm at night, especially when you're sleeping. Now, what I did, I'm in a 22-foot RV travel trailer. I have a couple methods. One is I'm using this heat storm heater, electric heater. That's running off my solar. Okay, there's my charge controller right there. I've got 600 watts of solar up on the roof. So that runs this electric heater, which is basically, it has two settings, 500 watt and 1000 watt. Now, because it's an inductive load, when it first turns on, it's going to draw more than 1000 watts. It could draw. Actually, I can't even run it on this 3000 watt inverter. Now I am hooked up to the inverter. The electric heater is hooked up to the inverter, and my air conditioner is hardwired directly. Now this is 6,000 watt peak, and it will not run 3,000 watts, 6,000 watt peak. This is only 1,000 watt, but when it first turns on, it's an inductive load, and it's drawing more than 3,000 watts because this will not run on the 1,000 watt setting on this 3,000 watt inverter. So what I do is, if you're going to get an electric heater, most of them are 1,000 watts, but this one I got for two reasons. One, it has a 500 watt setting, and it will run perfectly fine. It might be drawn at 500 when it first turns on. I never tested it. It might be drawn over 1,000 watts when it first turns on, but this 3,000 watt inverter will run that electric heater. Okay. The other reason, other than the 500 watt setting, it has a remote control, which I have down here. If I want to turn up the heat, I can use that remote control. You can see, you can also manually turn it on. Okay, now it's just turned on, and the electric heater is down here in the bottom. What's nice is most of the heaters I've seen you have to put them on the floor. They take up floor space. But with this one, you can hang it on the wall like I did, and it's perfectly safe. It's designed to be hung on the wall also. Could be you can put it on the floor too, or hang it on the wall. So that's why I got it, because it doesn't take any floor space up. Okay, you can see electric heater's turning on, and I'm going to turn that off because we don't need it. Okay, and then it'll run for a few minutes, just to cool down. Okay, and then I put in an AC unit for the real hot days. That's a 5,000 BTU window mount by Frigidaire. They're very inexpensive, and it works great. And I can run that either. I have a double pole switch. I can run that off of the inverter because I have a really good battery bank. But, you know, that's going to draw about 50 amps an hour. So you got to have a really heavy duty battery bank and plenty of solar to charge that battery bank if you're going to run it off of solar. But you can. I ran this air conditioner for 5 hours off my current system, and it's only 600 watts. But like I said, I've got a really good battery bank. Normally, I run this AC off of a 1600 watt portable generator that I got at Harbor Freight. Has them on sale right now, actually, for 475 bucks. 2000 watt peak, 1600 watt normal running, and that's plenty of power to run this AC unit. So that's normally how I run it off the gas generator, a little portable, lightweight generator called the Predator. Harbor Freight sells them. They're normally around 500, and on sale sometimes you can see them for like 450. A lot cheaper than a Honda. You'll be paying around, oh gosh, I think over 1,000. I think if you bought a Honda generator, 1600 watt. Okay. The other thing I did here is zone heat, because it's a 22-foot travel trailer, 150 square feet. What I did was I put a survival blanket across the back. Okay, so just all I have to heat with the electric heater is this small little area. It's only I don't know, 6 feet by 8 feet, and you have the shiny part of the survival blanket pointing in, so it reflects the heat back in. And what I did to make the Velcro stick, I put I screwed in a metal strip first, because this surface will not hold Velcro very good. So I put a metal strip across the top, and then you got your Velcro. I put, you know, the one type up here and the other type on the survival blanket. So that just connects on there, and then I put a few metal strips down, one up there, one here, one down on the bottom. So, you know, it's very simple, but like I say, if you don't have a real good surface, you could put metal strips in and put your Velcro on that, the one side, and the other side on the blanket, and then it stays nice and tight and in place. Okay. The other thing is bedding. You know, like I've got 2 mattresses, so I got good insulation underneath. Actually 2 mattresses under here. I don't know if you can see them, but it's a very comfortable bed that came with this RV. Now, what I'm doing is sleeping bags. Okay, this is just your standard, I think, a fiberfill type of sleeping bag. That's my first layer. Okay, my second layer is a down sleeping bag. I open it up so it's like a comforter. That's my second layer over, you know, I'm inside the first layer, and then this is on top of that, and that's down. It's a down sleeping bag. And like I say, I open it up so it's nice and wide. And my third layer is 100% wool. This wool blanket. 100% sheep's wool. Very thick, heavy duty blanket. Okay, well, it's been dropping down to 40s in here at night. And with that set up 3 layers, I've actually been hot inside. And it's dropped down to 40s. I haven't even used the electric heater. And I have a furnace, you know, gas furnace. I don't turn it on at night. With this 3 layers, you know, one's down and one's wool. And the inside layer. What you want to do, though, a trick like the Eskimos do, they strip down completely. They're totally nude at night, even if it's 20 below zero. You don't want to be wearing any clothes at all. Your body heat, 98.6 degrees, almost 99 degrees, will heat up the inside of this if you're not wearing clothes. And it'll get toasty in there. It'll get up to 100 degrees inside this, because it's so insulated with the 3 layers. So that's a recommendation. Don't wear any clothes. I don't care how cold it gets. Your body heat will heat up the inside of this sleeping bag, and it'll get up to about 100 degrees in there. Literally, you'll start sweating if you have a setup like I got here. So I think that's about it. I also did an episode on my freezer I installed here. This used to be a closet, like, you know, the lower section I left, and then the top section I took the door off and I put in a freezer. Because the refrigerator, Dometic refrigerator, came with this RV, was so small, I had just a little ice cube tray. So for 215 bucks, you can get this winter freezer. It's over 2 cubic feet. That's where I keep all my meats and stuff like that. You know, I freeze everything in here. Now, this will go down to about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. This ice cube tray is from the 1960s. That came out of a, I'm trying to think what type of refrigerator it was. It was an old refrigerator. It was still working. Double cube tray. It was pretty cool. So I put it in here. But anyway, I added that. That's also running off the solar. That's running, you know, it's plugged in up here. And this is for I put an outside outlet, 120 volt AC outlet. So that's plugs in here. And this way I have 120 volt AC outlet on the outside that runs off of solar also. That's also running off of solar. The AC's hardwired directly in. That's my heater. And this is freezer. And I can also, like I say, hook up my AC if I want to. I know there's an AC cord in here somewhere. Back in here somewhere. Anyway. Okay, just some simple techniques, you know. If you really want to stay toasty warm, you want to layer your sleeping quarters and be on a nice mattress, something that's very well insulated. Okay, like I say, do the zone heat. You don't want to heat up 150 square feet. You just want, I'm only heating up, let's see, 6 by 8, 48 square feet. That's it. Okay, this is Eagle Eric signing off.